Wow, we're back after a long hiatus. Well, maybe not so long. I have made a martial arts video for your entertainment pleasure. You were entertained, right? Okay, anyway, this is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and we're back. Coffee's a little bitter. Gotta add some sugar. Anyway, in today's segment, I want to talk about something that's so important for running a caricature business or a business as an artist, period. Something that's overlooked, something I learned very early in the industry from one of my agents and teachers, Larry Youngstein of Having a Party. Hi, Larry, if you're listening or if you're looking. And it's called contracts. Contracts. Now, see, a lot of artists, a lot of us creative types, we don't like to deal with the business side of the business. We'd rather just shake hands and say, hey, yeah, we're having a party, such and such a date, such and such a time. There's going to be so many kids there. See you later. It's a done deal. Here's what Larry told me. And I'm telling you that every time, without fail, without fail, every time I disregarded this bit of advice in some way, form, or fashion, the client tried to screw me. I'm thinking because I have a story that I'm going to tell you in a minute. Every time, and Larry's told me this, don't take a, this is how Larry talked, don't take a cap off your marker until they sign a contract, until they pay you. First thing he taught me, okay, because Larry had been in the business, as a performer, as a magician, before he was a store owner, and he had dealt a lot with people. And the one thing that people always do, and they don't, I started to say they do this unintentionally, but I'm just going to cut to the chase. Here's what happens in a party situation. A party, when a person is planning a party, they are going to take care of food. That's a priority. They're going to secure the venue. That's definitely a priority. They're going to take care of the seating, and they're going to take care of the music. Period. They're going to do that. Oh yeah, and the decorations. They're going to take care of all of those things, and they're going to, if they want an additional form of entertainment, they may choose a caricature artist. But let me tell you, you're so far at the end of their list. And let me tell you, you could be like really the most important part of their whole entertainment package, but they're going to be you're going to be so far at the end of their list that if they need to cut something, they're going to cut you. They're not going to cut the DJ. They need the venue, so they're not going to cut that. They want the place to look nice, so they're not going to cut their decorations, okay? They're going to cut you, okay, and save themselves a couple of $100s. Here's how you avoid that. A contract. This thing can be made up any way that you want it to be made. Their name, your address, the address of the event, the type of event that it is. You can add how many people are going to be there, but you don't really need that. The venue, of course, the time, the rate that you're charging them, whether it's anywhere from $75 to $100 or $150, $200 an hour, whatever, they are going to agree to pay you. The method of payment, whether it's going to be by check or cash on arrival. Personally, I like cash upon arrival, okay? But you may be comfortable with at the end of the job. That's up to you, okay? You have them sign it, and you have them do this one thing. You say, I need a deposit to secure the date. Now, the deposit is very important because here's what happens. When a person pays an amount of money, in their mind, they're saying, okay, I've made an investment, and now I have to make good on my investment, especially if you write in your contract, and you should, that this is non-refundable, because after all, by saying yes to them, you're saying no to anybody else who's going to try to secure that date for something else, and it might be something bigger. Okay, so you give them the contract, they send it back to you. They send you the money order, or or the check for the deposit, whether that's half the amount or a portion of the amount, whatever it is. Trust me, clients, I can count on one finger clients who have decided not to do a party if they've given a deposit, okay, and signed a contract. Here's what happened if they don't, and here's what happened recently. I'm talking about last week, Saturday. It's Monday when this is being made. Client calls me on Thursday. They've got a party in the neighborhood. It's so close in the neighborhood that I could walk there. I was thrilled. I was great. I said, look, hey, we're going to have a great time. Oh, you heard about me from another party? Okay, that's great. That's fabulous. Listen, it's going to be a kids' party. Great, wonderful, fabulous. I checked the weather reports. It's going to be fine. That day it's going to be sunny. We'll do 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. I'll get, this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Everybody was happy. Do you know, no contract. Didn't think I needed one in the neighborhood. I'm going to walk. It would have been too late, for the deposit in the contract to get back to me. I thought this was a done deal. Do you know that this client, on the morning, my bags were packed. I was ready to go out the door. On the day of the party, she says, well, I don't want to do this. I overbudgeted. She didn't say she overbudgeted. I talked to my husband about it, and he hired somebody else. I got the money. I didn't believe this story. And I had to do some, and I'm being polite now, I had to do some negotiating and appeal to her sense of humanity for why she should have me there. And what we finally decided on as a compromise was that she would pay me half the money, which I got there, and she did, and so I managed to make something. But Larry's voice came back into my head, as I got half of my money, and it's, don't take a cap off your marker until you get a contract. Don't let happen to you what almost happened to me. Get that contract for your own peace of mind. Trust me, it is the most important thing that you can do. And if a client refuses to sign a contract, well, you don't need that client anyway. Because let me tell you, if you don't get that contract, I'm talking about 99.999% of the time, they're going to jerk you around. And that's no fun. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling. I gotta drink this coffee. Your creative caricature marketing consultant, and that's the tip for today.